And as you can hear from the cheers from the hall, Italy is absolutely ready to knock this second round robin off the park. And they are going to start this game the same way that they started yesterday, by facing off against Lithuania, against the hosts of the tournament. The coaches are giving some of their last words. We see the coach of the Lithuanian squad walking off and giving some last words of encouragement, while the Italian squad is already prepared to receive or throw the first ball of the game. We still got a couple of minutes before the start, or less than a minute actually, and of course we are going to be underway for this World Flying Disc Federation World Wheelchair Ultimate Championships 2025 from Lithuania, from Druskininkai, from Lietuvos Sporto Centras. And it looks like Lithuania is going to be pulling the first point. Low disc, but Spada tried to catch it, but it goes all the way out of the back. They will start at the very back of the end zone. Big mark over there. From Lithuania, from Virkutis. Virkutis was not playing their first game, but back for the second one and back for the second round robin of the World Championships. Spada now with the disc for Italy. Italy takes once, twice, goes to Belandi. Belandi to Spada. Swing. Once again to Belandi. Quite a lot of contact in the middle, but still the throw goes to Desev. Desev goes to Ciucarro, the Argentinian on the Italian squad. Ciucarro looking for options. Looks like some contact there on Spada, but Ciucarro throwing away, unfortunately, with to a player who was not in field, and turnover very quickly. Lithuania playing their small ball. We've had a pleasure of co-commentating with their main coach the previous game. Now another pass to Bučinskas. Bučinskas goes to Virkutis. Virkutis into the end zone for the score. It is Vytautas Skučas. Some experience playing with the world team looks like paid off, and the first point belongs to him. Great first point for Team Lithuania, and that's a break as well, which might be very important for them in the future stages of this tournament. And Skučas, Vytautas Skučas with the disc, ready to pull. Scarpina receives the pull. Tumino turns around to get the reset. Scarpina once again with the quick grab. Big mark once again from Virkutis. Low disc for Somaini, but that is knocked away, and that's a turnover. Virkutis now, the tall figure over there, gets the disc, and Scarpina was not able to influence that catch, and that's a 2-0 lead for Lithuania. The first game, if you want to know, finished in a universe point fashion, and Italy took the universe to bring home the first win of the tournament. But this time, Lithuania got some experience, of course, after the first round robin. Played 4 games. Some of the players played 5 games, representing Team World. And now, of course, it's a very different story. So sometimes it's difficult to win against the same team twice. And Italy now fielding the pull. Desev with the disc. Desev gets it to Spada. Spada looking for options. Ciucarro to Spada. Ciucarro is available for a reset, gets it. Ciucarro turns around. Huge mark there from Virkutis there. But goes over the top, and Virkutis interception, and goes in the end zone. 3-0 lead for Lithuania. Fans are getting excited, absolutely, and of course lots of local support for the hosts, as it is expected. You can see some kids of some of the players are in the hall, and of course supporting their parents and supporting their family members. 3-0 lead for Lithuania, and in case you want to hear the commentary in Lithuanian, and this is a little bit more of your jam, please go to lnk.lt, and we have a parallel stream for you in Lithuanian language. If English is closer to your heart, then stay with me on YouTube. Another pull from Lithuania. Tumino fielding that. Tumino looking for options, swings to Mangiacapra. Mangiacapra looks once, twice, but there was a call made earlier in the point, and Somaini has called a call a lot earlier in this point. So the disc most likely is going to go to Mangiacapra, as there is a discussions between Somaini and Virkutis in the middle of the field. Yeah, looks like they got a bit tangled up over there. Virkutis goes backwards. Mangiacapra, high stall count, goes over the top to Tumino, but yeah, he was not able to get the disc. And oh, Virkutis, unfortunately, that looks like it was a dropped disc. Tumino now gets the disc, pivots once. Scarpina. Scarpina, nice shot to Mangiacapra. Mangiacapra turns around, back to Scarpina. Tumino gets a cut in the end zone, turns around. Nice shot by Scarpina, but just out of reach for Tumino. Italy still looking for their first point, and another turnover in favor of Lithuania. They will be able to try to get, they will try to, of course, to get this break. Virkutis gets the disc to Tukanas, Tukanas to Vytautas Kučas. Back to Virkutis, and a little bit out of reach over there. And a streaking cut goes into the end zone by Mangiacapra, but not taken. Scarpina. Scarpina goes deep for Mangiacapra. Looked good, looked great, but just off the hand. And yeah, Mangiacapra was not able to close the hand on time. Lithuania starting the movement. Bučinskas now with the disc. Not as involved in this point. I guess quite a lot of defensive pressure from Italy, but Virkutis, oh no, unfortunately just not able to maintain control of the disc. Scarpina turns around, pivots once again, doesn't really have any options available to him. Still counts getting high. Sounds like 7-8, and a deep shot goes to Somaini, but yeah, no options available for Scarpina, so almost a bailout shot. Tukanas with the disc for Lithuania, goes to Bučinskas. Bučinskas goes to Virkutis, and Virkutis into the end zone for the point. 4-0. Lithuanians are having a hot start. Looks like a timeout has been called by the Italian coach. So Italy will need to center themselves and figure out the strategies and what do they need to change. Because, yeah, looks like Lithuanians found another gear in this game with a hot start of 4-0. Yeah, exciting stuff. If you have any questions, of course, send them in the live chat of YouTube, and I will do my best to respond to whatever you throw at me. And stay with us. We will be back after a short break for a timeout. Lithuania, after blistering start in the first 4 points of the game, getting 4 breaks in a row to their name. Now ready to pull another point. And Italy, after a timeout, after calling a timeout, let's see if they figured out what's going on. Spada with the disc, Ciucarro. Ciucarro looking for options, Spada is available, but not anymore. Still goes there, Spada, good hands, good awareness. Belandi with the disc now. Belandi looks in the end zone. Ciucarro is available for a reset. Goes, whoa, lots of pressure there by Virkutis. Virkutis now gets on the mark. Ciucarro just a little bit out of bounds, and yeah, Desev was not able to retain possession of the disc. Swing to Virkutis. Virkutis goes to Skuchas. Foul looks like being called from Desev on Bučinskas. The stoppage probably gonna go back to Virkutis. I guess the question is when exactly the foul has happened. And looks like the players have decided that the foul has happened before the foul has happened before the pass was made, so the disc went back, and after a few passes, Lithuania losing possession of the disc, and this time Italy is going on offense. Good pass to Spada. Spada looking for options, takes once, twice. Ciucarro was available, but under big mark of Virkutis. Now Belandi looking for Spada, goes over the top. Spada with one-handed grab manages to get it out of the sky, goes over the top. Desev, yeah, gets Italy on the board, and yeah, very difficult catch for Italy over there, and Spada and Desev absolutely elated after this particular grab. Let's look at that again. I think Bučinskas maybe had a hand on that. He didn't see the disc, but yeah, just next to the seam, and that was great. Yeah, Carlos Alberto Centurion, vamos Ciucarro, la Argentina. Yes, exactly. Ciucarro is the player from Argentina, Carolina Mabel Ciucarro, originally, but lives in Italy now, in Milano. And of course representing Italy on the world stage in World Wheelchair Ultimate Championships in Druskininkai, Lithuania. This ball looks like landed in, so it's going to be brought back to the goal line right in the corner. Skuchas, Vytautas Skuchas with the disc, goes to Bučinskas. Bučinskas looking for options, goes for advancing pass to Skuchas. Skuchas back to Bučinskas. Oh, not an easy grab over there. Once again over the top, but off the hand, unfortunately dropped. So Skuchas with a turnover there. Scarpina available, goes high. Scarpina looking for options. Going once, no. Tomino now with the disc, goes back to Scarpina. Scarpina surveying different options. Swing to the captain, Somaini. Tomino. Somaini was available, but not anymore. Still available, goes deep, and looks like Scarpina managed to pluck that disc right in front of the defender. Virkutis, yes, there was providing huge pressure, of course, on the reception. But despite that, Scarpina managed to hold on to the possession. And yeah, great work by him. And Italy, 2 in a row, so 2-4 now on the scoreboard. Slightly longer points. So Italy finally finding feet in their game and figuring out what works for them and how to stop the Lithuanian offense. Good roller pull from Italy. This is going to be brought into the corner. Bučinskas going to check the disc in. Goes over the top to Virkutis. Tries to recatch that, but Desev had faster reaction and much better position for the recatch. Desev over the top, and the Spada plucks it right in front of our commentary booth. Absolutely elated by that grab, and yeah, not a difficult catch with the defensive pressure over there. 3 in a row for Italy, so game of runs. Lithuania scoring first 4. Now Italy coming back with 3 points in a row. Needing 2 more breaks to win the first half, but of course the half might happen also on time, so 3 minutes of the first half available for the players. And Scarpina going to be the author of that pull. Pull goes up, lands in. Looks like it's also going to be taken on the corner by Lithuania. Desev on the mark. Oi! Looks like a bit of a contact over there. Scarpina almost gets knocked over due to that particular contact. Handshake, good to see that. And we are back in play. Lithuania will retain possession. Tumino with pressure, and the pass is imprecise. Scarpina will be able to pick up the disc. Looks off a couple of swings, but Desev now in the end zone. So 4 points on the 4 points on the trot for Team Italy. 4 and 4. 4 in a row for Lithuania, 4 in a row for Italy. Looks like a timeout has been called for by Lithuania. Nope, I'm mistaken. No timeout has been called, but absolutely some encouraging words from the coach wearing number 22, Ričardas Zareckis. Also the head of the local organizing committee for this tournament. And that disc has never been in, so this is going to be most likely a brick. No, players have decided not to call it a brick, but rather start in the corner. Skuchas looking for Virkutis. Virkutis over the top to Bučinskas. Pick has been called by Chukarro. Some discussion looks like of correct positioning and where players should be located due to the pick, but looks like the disc is going to be checked in, and Lithuania will retain possession. Virkutis will have the disc, and it is checked in. Quickly reset to Skuchas. Chukarro with big mark there, lots of defensive pressure. Učinskas to Tukanas. Tukanas offhand release to Skuchas. Vytautas Skuchas, high disc for Virkutis. Oh, some contact from Chukarro, but regardless of that, Vytautas Skuchas collects the point, and that is half for Lithuania. 5-4, very close game. I mean, it looked to be not so close in the beginning when Lithuania got 4 points in a row to themselves, but then Italy came back with 4 points in a row on their own. And in the end, that was essentially a Galaxy point, so 5-4. We will take a quick break, as well as the players will, and we will be back with you in a few minutes. Italy now with the ball. Oh, that hits the ceiling, and I assume players will start under the point where the disc had hit the ceiling, as it is the indoor part of the rules. Virkutis, first pass. It's like there has been a bit of an interference called by Italy. Oh, probably a bit of a contact from between Skuchas and Scarpina. But we will continue with the possession. Bučinskas looking over the top. Virkutis claims possession. I'm not sure who actually got that particular disc first. Is there going to be a call? I would love to see that again. Oh, that's a good question. Who got the possession first? But maybe it was simultaneous. Looked to me like the disc was caught simultaneously by the two players, and normally that happens in that situation. The disc goes to offense, and as the offensive player was already in the end zone, it is considered to be a point. Regardless of that, the players have discussed that particular interference. and the point was awarded to Lithuania. It's good to, of course, make it clear on the rules and help players agree together. We have Belandi with the disc on stalling 8. Out of reach for Spada, maybe expecting Spada to move backwards, but that didn't happen, and it is a turnover, of course, and Kučinskas will take the first disc, goes back high to Virkutis, tall figure of Virkutis there. Kučinskas, swing, another swing. Oh, some contact over there, so Somaini was not able to follow his mark. So going to catch up and get to regain his position, of course, close to the player he was guarding. He is guarding Tukanas now with the disc. Swing, Skučas over the top and into the end zone once again for Karolis Virkutis. Lithuania now in the lead, so another 3 points in a row for them, so 7-4. Italy needing to do what they did in the second part of the first half and get another 4 on the board to regain the lead, but Lithuanian seems to be figuring out a little bit more how to play together. Of course, it is their first time participating in that championships and in this division. Scarpina now goes with the blade into the end zone. Oh, Manja Capra just off the hand of his. And yeah, unfortunately that is another turnover. And maybe even the defender had the hand on that. Yeah, looks like defender had a hand on it. So Vytautas Skučas, after some experience with playing in the team world, yeah, gets also some defensive pressure. It's like calling, no call over there. Kučinskas with the disc goes over the top to Virkutis. Virkutis goes to Tukanas into the end zone, and that's another point. Looks like Chukarro is maybe thinking about calling an interference. No, okay, the coach says no, not really. It looked to be clean. Yeah, not sure if she had position to get in the way of this pass. And another point for Lithuania now, 8-4, so game of runs, absolutely. 4 points. Lithuania starting with 4-0, then Italy leveling at 4-4. Now Lithuania getting another 4 points in a row, so 8-4. Who knows? Will Italy go onto another 4-point run? Make it a little more exciting, a little more interesting. Tukanas ready with the disc to send the pull for Italy. Italy, first reception, Desev. Desev looking for a reset. Finally finds the disc and gets it from Manja Capra. Desev back to Manja Capra. Oh, Tries to stop on time, but yeah, gets a bit turned around. Manja Capra, or is there a... There's a bit of a stoppage and a discussion. If Manja Capra, maybe there was a bit of a discussion regarding the catch. It's like also Spirit Captain is getting involved. I wonder what the conversation is about. Unfortunately, we do not have the mics there, but yeah, looks like I've seen Vytautas Kučas is signaling that touching the floor. Maybe he is claiming that the disc was down, but I'm honestly not sure what the discussion is about. But of course, the players, with the help of the Spirit Captain there, will discuss and will come to a solution. In case they can't agree on a solution, the disc should go back to the last undisputed thrower. Oh yeah, I think the discussion is if the disc was down or not. Yeah, with the help of the Spirit Captain, looks like the players have agreed to that Manja Capra was able to get the disc before it touched the floor, so had possession before it touched the floor, and it touched the floor with his full control. Buono now getting involved in this game. I think she's taking on the field for the first time in this game. Goes back to captain Tomaini. Tomaini goes to Desev. Desev looking in the end zone, but no one's there. Buono cuts once, twice. And Skučas gets in the lane of that disc and knocks that in the floor. So Skučas in the red zone, just shy of the end zone. Gets it to Tukanas this time. And yeah, apologies from Desev. Looks like Tukanas and Desev managed to get the hand on the disc at the same time. Yeah, once again, very close marking from Italy, but Lithuania and Karolis Virkutis is definitely a man of the match for Lithuania in this particular game, getting involved in loads of points and yes, using his tall figure to his advantage over there. Disc has been stopped. Tumino with the disc, marked by Virkutis. Swing to Ostino. Tumino to Ostino. Oh, some contact over there. Tukanas almost getting involved in that. Chukaro now getting the advancing pass. Looking for options. Looking to where she can swing the disc. High stall count. Goes over the top to Belandi, and Belandi not able to hold on to the disc. Virkutis now to Tukanas. That might be the winning point and the winning possession over there. Bučinskas over the top. Virkutis now, the tall figure, into the end zone for the win. Pick has been earlier called in that particular point. So the disc will go back, and the game is not over just yet. Skučas will go back. The disc will go back to Skučas. A handshake with Belandi. Looks like Tumino is claiming that he was not able to follow Virkutis into the end zone. Bučinskas is also available in the end zone. Are still looking for options. And this time Bučinskas, yes, this time looks like it's going to be a good goal. 10-4 in this game. Lithuania getting the win. Very, very different game from the first game of the match, where Italy won the first Universe point, but Lithuania looks like found a different strategy and finally figuring out the wheelchair ultimate and becoming quite a strong force, of course, absolutely. Congratulations to Lithuania, to the hosts, and Italy will have some questions they will need to answer. We will also see you in the next game. The next game of the day is going to be Germany taking on Japan. Another rematch, of course, as we are going through the second round robin of the pool play. Stay with us. Enjoy Ultimate.